social media, as we know it today, is for the most part antithetical to the spirit of democracy. If you think about it, democracy in its essence is about people exchanging ideas, listening to each other, trying to understand and empathize with each other, and reaching common ground in order to take common decisions for the benefit of all people. But that's not what social media does. Rather, it does the exact opposite. It divides and polarizes people. That's why if you scroll through social media, you will see people divided into opposing teams and fighting against each other. There is a constant state of conflict, of mental and verbal warfare. Now, you might say that social media is not really the problem, that social media only reflects the division and polarization that already existed in society. And although I would agree that this is true to a large extent, at the same time, social media intensifies that division and polarization. And that's because of how social media is designed. Social media is designed to keep people hooked on social media. It is designed to have users' eyes glued to their screens. Because this way, social media platforms can display as many advertisements as possible to people and hence make the most profit. Social media platforms are profit-making machines. And the way to keep people hooked on social media is primarily by showing them content that increases their engagement on their websites. And evidence has shown that the content that keeps people the most engaged is content that is polarizing, controversial, outraging, content that stirs people's emotions. And that's why social media is filled with this kind of content. You scroll through your feeds and most of the content is like that. So inevitably, users of social media become more divided, more polarized. They feel more angry. And on top of that, users of social media are, in a way, incentivized and rewarded by sharing themselves controversial, polarizing, divisive, outraging content, because that content tends to reach a wider audience. So those people can gain popularity or make profit by doing that. That's why you see that even plenty of politicians use social media that way to gain notoriety. Donald Trump is a great example of that. Another way that social media tends to divide and polarize people is by placing them in echo chambers. Social media is very good at catering to people's desires. By analyzing information about them, social media platforms using artificial intelligence know so many things about ourselves, about what sex we are, what interests we have, what are our beliefs, to what political party or religious ideology we belong, and so on and so forth. And it tends to show us content that aligns with our already existing ideas, beliefs, and so on and so forth. So by doing that, it prevents us from being exposed to different ideas, different perspectives. It prevents us from understanding other people. And as a result, it disconnects us from other people.